Good evening, people. Welcome to this silent film video of an F.W. Murnau film. Comes from this box set, and it is, I have a DVD as well, Phantom from 1922. It's all about a guy called Lorenz. He lives with his mother and his sister. He's a town clerk, and I'm sure that the woman that works in the same office fancies him. I'm sure she does. And he's an aspiring poet. Well, one day he gets knocked over by a horse and cart, for lack of a better word. It's a woman wearing white driving two horses that are also white. Knocks him down, and from then on he becomes obsessed with this woman, to the point where his life goes, and it just doesn't affect him, and the stuff that he goes through, it affects other people, none more so than his mother. Plus then at the beginning you got a little side story, whereas the mother thinks her daughter's a hooker, so that's kind of fun. It's a film I've always liked, I've always enjoyed. It is described as being a romantic fantasy and an example of German expressionism. Now, I don't know if any film made in the 20s in Germany would be called German expressionism, but from what I've seen in other films that class themselves as expressionist, this one lacks. You have regular furniture. Closest I think I got to my eyes was the houses in the street have a little special effect to them, and they kind of moved in the shadows, which I liked it. I thought that was pretty cool. But that's as close as my understanding of German expressionism goes, but then again, I'm nobody and I don't know anything. It also had another couple of little special effects, nothing too great, and a couple of musical bars sounded like a couple of musical bars in Faust. So there you go, trumpets they were. I like trumpets. But it's a solid film. It's 2 hours, and there's not really any action. There's no big special effect, massive thing, and it's just a decent story about a man who goes downhill pretty quick. Maybe it's a tad too long, but it is what it is. That's the Phantom. No, it's not the Phantom, just Phantom. Decent watch, and that concludes my silent film series. Started out a month ago, not being a series, then it turned into a series. I don't know, 16, 17 videos, covering, a wide variety of films. So I've had fun, but it's October soon, so we go into the horror route, and I'll watch some horror films, maybe some silent horror films, but I picked out some horror films I'd like to watch. So this little series, whatever you want to call it, I want to thank the 15 people that watched the Harold Lloyd video I did, and I want to thank the 1,000 people who watched the Charlie Chaplin Gold Rush video. Who'd have thought that? So that's it. We roll on to Halloween.